Right, Laura and Lisanne, I've read through your vakprofilering and I want to run through it quickly so that you can see what my various comments mean. I haven't yet looked at the individual reflections, so that'll come afterwards and that'll just be on paper. Right, so the first things you've done as you should have, front page, contents page, etc. Oh yeah, this is something, there's an incomplete sentence there. You have a look at the writing style. It's a bit unusual occasionally, shall we say. Right, if we move on down, sorry, my mouse is being difficult. There's a few times when you have a peculiar writing style, so I've added that. There, hold on, right, here we go. Advice to the school. I'm not sure if this is deliberate or if it was a typo. Discrepantie tussen de meningen van de directie en leerkrachten over wat goed Engels onderzoek inhoudt. I think you probably mean onderwijs, but I'm not entirely sure. And we talk about this because you're talking about teaching English in Group 1, etc. I was curious if it's actually a VVTO school and if it's an accredited VVTO school, because you don't actually say that. But what you say here is de leerkracht vertelde dat Engels niet standaard op de weekplanning hoefde te staan. I get, is this a leerkracht onderbouw, bovenbouw? So in other words, it's not entirely clear. If you're talking about someone in Group 1 and 2 at a normal school, no, it doesn't have to be on the week planning. If you're talking about someone in Group 1 and 2 at a VVTO school, then yes, it does. So it depends. So it wasn't very clear all the time what exactly you were talking about. So you need to be a bit more specific occasionally. Leerkracht was bang vanwege moeite met het geven van Engelse les. Because of the teaching methodology or because of her own skills in English, again, or his own, I shouldn't say her, oh no, you said ze, okay. So again, it's not entirely clear everywhere what you mean. Now, then you had this lovely idea to do workshops at your school to give the teachers ideas for what they themselves could do, and this was a lovely idea. This comment you can ignore. I said who are the teachers, because down here you actually say close leerkrachten, so it became clearer. So you gave them a workshop with some activating work forms, and then the next one you did with sort of clear idea, vakoverstijgend, etc. So to set them off and give them some ideas of how they can teach English. And then we get down to the verantwoording, and you'll see I've put a big comment here by this whole thing. You've described why you set up the workshop the way you did, which is all well and good, but what you'll see here is what I'm missing is the theory. You say things such as, let me see if I can find an example. Klanken zijn een belangrijk onderdeel van een taal en deze werkvorm valt koppelen aan lessen over rijmen of aan liedjes. Nou, klanken zijn... This sort of sweeping statement, if you like, I would expect to see it supported by theory. For example, I don't know, something even simple like from the book Portaal or whatever, that says, hey, we know that. Or to connect it to the concrete example of we witnessed this when we were giving the workshop, that this and this happened. So I really do miss the depth here of why this, why were you teaching primary school teachers this, what is the relevance of the children that they themselves are teaching, so the link to the child psychology, Piaget or whatever, why would you teach them TPR things, what is the importance with children at that very young age learning a second language. So it's also to do with language theory, if you like. So that's the main comment that I've had constantly, is I really do miss the support. I miss the theory in the entire report. Yeah. Okay. Bibliography. So the reflections I'll look at individually. I'm just going to pull up the, whoops, here we go, the assessment form, so that you can see, each of you will get an individual, and this one just says Laura, just because that's the first name I wrote here. So there were quite a few mistakes in typing and language mistakes, so that's what that one's doing there. You have used your theory mainly up at the start in your sort of introduction. You've used theory, so yes, you have used it there. Your base measurement of okay, what's required of the children, etc. I kind of missed the link to the national requirements, the Kerentula. What is it? Why are we teaching these children English? What is it that the government requires of them, for example? So, as I said, because of the theory is missing with regards to why do we teach these young children at this young age second language acquisition, what is it they're able to do, and again with the tool, why was it important that the primary school teachers learnt this? A, the link with Montessori, i.e. it shouldn't be a classical lesson, and B, the idea, for example, that we're talking about young children and they're not sitting down writing stories all day. So it was the background to this that I missed mainly. The reflection will come, but so far the main thing that's missing is the background. The idea behind the workshop and teaching, giving the teachers the tools to be able to do it themselves was very, very smart. This is the bit that I'm missing mainly, the theory.